EmpireKas, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kylaris, and I've been away for a while, so I must apologise for that. My computer completely blew up, and I've only just recently got around to getting something new that could actually do the recording, etc, etc. I've been able to do a bit of ladder in that time, which has been quite entertaining, but other than that, I've been itching to do some casts, and I'm back now with a few games that hopefully you'll enjoy. So, in the bottom position we do have FadeSG here, a friend of mine, who has climbed the ladder ever so well and is doing great now, against EmpireKas, somebody who is very familiar to a lot of people in the StarCraft 2 community, beating somebody in the TSL that I can't remember the name. Who was it? Oh my god. I'm just post in the comment below who it was, because I can't remember off the top of my head, so I'm sorry for that. But EmpireKas, a very, very strong Terran, and ooh, I have all these new options now. Wait a minute. No, that was the wrong button. Which one is it? It's one of these. I want to look at that thingy menu. No, that's the wrong one as well. It's one of them. No, that's not it. Oh my god. Anyway, yes, so we do have EmpireKas here as the blue Terran, and again, very, very strong Terran. What is that nameplates thing? There is name panel. Oh wow, yeah, check that out. Okay, I'm going to keep that up for a while. So, EmpireKas here is going to be going for that barracks, and let's get the production tab up as well, just in case I do miss something. Maybe this top bar thing is lagging me a bit, actually. I'm going to turn that off. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we do have a refinery as well going down for EmpireKas, so nothing too tricky going on right now for him. I would be surprised if we didn't see any gas, as that would indicate either some kind of 2-rax aggression or maybe an expand, so we'll have to see what goes on from here. Fade, on the other hand, is going to be playing very standard as well, and not doing too much in the crazy department, just getting that gas up nice time, and going to be throwing people in there as soon as possible. Do see those 2 guys going in there now, and a third one joining. So, no doubt going to be going for a cybernetics core every time soon, and Fade has scouted this first, I must add. Has he scouted that first? I don't know. I can't tell. I wasn't looking at the minimap, sorry. So we do have a Marine now popping out for Kas, and he was going to put a supply depot down at the wall, but indeed he doesn't. He does have the first Marine out, and he is going to be putting down that tech lab, and it's sort of important that the Terran doesn't let the Protoss, whoa, holy lag, doesn't let the Protoss see that tech lab, because that tech lab could mean a few things, which a Protoss can take advantage of, especially if he decides to go for a lot of Void Rays early on, and the Terran does go for quite a lot of Marauders. It can be in a really bad spot, so it's always good as a Terran player to have kind of an even distribution of Marines and Marauders, and not get too over eager on getting mass Marauders against Protoss. And once again, really strange lag. This sucks, but it doesn't matter too much. So Fade is going to be throwing that pylon in this upward position. And this pylon is extremely important, considering the fact that he really needs to keep spotting and anything that does go on the perimeter of his base, as well as being able to warp in down here is always a really nice thing to have when you're going against a Terran in this position. So that's all good. And wow, the mouse sensitivity on this PC isn't as great as I hoped it would be, so, but it doesn't matter. I am getting used to higher sensitivities on my other PC, because the higher sensitivity is the quicker you can react to some things, as long as you're accurate with it. So what I keep doing is I keep increasing it like a percent every day, so you can hardly tell the difference, but it does make up for quite a big difference in the long run. So we do have Fade just kind of be throwing down a nice pylon there, blocking that SCV off. Nice play there by Fade, and that sentry does get that kill. So going to be denying quite a bit of scouting, although he has seen these 3 gateways going down for Fade. But this is a pretty typical build for Protoss against Terran going into this game. So Kas probably is just going to be able to react in the ways that he normally does. He's going to be trying to put on a little bit of early aggression here with these units, and in fact bringing 2 SCVs as well, no doubt to be able to either soak up some damage or throw down some bunkers if he so decides to. And this is actually going to cause a lot of problems for Fade. He doesn't really have much to deal with this, so in fact, actually, he was going to, looks like that he was going to actually try and apply some pressure himself with this ball of units, and he really needs good force fields in this position. Zealot's getting in there, killing off one Marine, but a sentry did go down, was focused down by these units, and now these 2, oh, nice control there by Kas, actually being able to slow down both of those Zealots, and maybe getting the second Zealot kill. It doesn't look like it, but he was trying to get them and was unsuccessful in that. And more sentries now coming out for Fade, so he's going to be in a bad spot here if he lets these units up. SCV did give him high ground vision, and he is trying to expand now, and also Kas is expanding as well, and that has been forced to cancel. So now he's really need good force fields, nice force field there, just picking off that one Marine, and now those units are forced to retreat as there is a bit too much going on up here, and now we do have a Robo Bay going down for Fade as well. So he really needs to spend his money since that Nexus was forced to cancel. And what's he going to be doing here? Nice force fields there, catching a few units, and but that was not as well. That didn't go as well as planned, as the force fields were slightly wasted for no kills. So, but as you can see, EmpireKas does have his expansion on the way, and he does have 2 bunkers here. And a Terran at this point with these bunkers is pretty much invincible at the front. I must admit, I have seen this replay already, so we will see what goes on going into the later stages of this game. We do have a factory now up for EmpireKas as well, and another 2 refineries going down, so he's really gearing up to take on a more macro-based game. Going to be pumping out some of those higher gas units, and in fact we do have a warp prism coming out for FadeSG. Please bear in mind that this was on ladder, as again I know Fade quite well, and he's a very, very good Protoss now, so we'll have to see what goes on with this. So Fade at this point realizes that he really can't get in the front here. There's too many bunkers at the front, and would just be decimated if he did actually try to break that with such little units, especially if the SCVs did indeed come to repair. So Fade, being sneaky, what are you gonna do, Fade? I can't really say that without knowing what's gonna happen. So Fade is gonna be bringing up these units with the Warp Prism just outside of range here. As you can see, if we go to the Kas's vision, he can't see anything that's going on here. So really nice spot there by Fade, realizing that Kas didn't have anything to spot, and warping in units as well. We do have Banshees with Cloak coming out for EmpireKas, but at this point Fade is gonna pull a master stroke, gonna be blocking off there. All the units of Kas are trapped down in the bottom, and now Fade is just going to be able to go to work on this base, and there's going to be very little resistance. Although at this point he really should be focusing down this starport, and especially the Cloak research, since he really doesn't have anything to spot it. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see an Observer coming out at this point, and I'm on Fade's vision. We need to go back to everyone's vision. So as you can see, he's just ripping apart this base, and Kas is forced to lift off all these buildings, even getting a few pot shots off on this ground army, but really not a good idea since these buildings are providing high ground vision. Just letting a few units up there and going to be able to pick those up quite easily. Guardian Shield going up as well to negate a lot of the Terran's damage. And he's going to have free reign over this base, and all the SCVs trying to do some killing action here, but not going to be able to at all. And now, abandoning the kind of force fields here, although I really wouldn't suggest that. Oh, a nice force field actually going down there, going to be trapping all those SCVs and killing them off. That's a massive, massive economic blow to EmpireKas. And now the planetary orbital command is going to be trying to retreat, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Fade actually try to focus that down, but indeed he's going to let that go for now, since this Ghost Academy is posing quite a great threat, since having a lot of ghosts out at this point could turn the tides for Kas if we were to get it down. And now all these buildings in the back for EmpireKas, really nice crisis management actually by EmpireKas. A lot of people in this situation would just kind of hunker down here and really not do much, but EmpireKas, ever the vigilant Terran, going to be throwing down so many buildings and trying to just get as many units out as possible. But at this point it's 30 supply to 73. Fade pretty much has this in the bag, ladies and gents. Going to be focusing down this orbital command, as Kas doesn't have the high ground vision and is unable to actually do anything about this force. He did have the high ground vision with that orbital command there, but that is flying away, and this really needs to be repaired in order to be able to deal with this. But at this point, EmpireKas is in a really bad spot. Now, not to take anything away from EmpireKas, EmpireKas is indeed a very, very good Terran. However, Fade here at this point, I would say really good judgment by Fade here, being able to use this warp prism and warp in on this high ground. But again, this could have been averted in a very, very easy fashion if EmpireKas had buildings placed at his perimeter. So regardless, very nice game there. Nice showcase there from FadeSG. And EmpireKas is a total baller as well. So thank you for watching this, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and I will see you very soon for more games shortly. Thank you, and bye for now.